Greetings and welcome. This is the online portal introduction video for Lincoln University College PhD candidates. This PhD online portal is the one-stop location for accessing and managing your personal academic information. Where can you find your student portal? Go to www.lincolnonline.education and select Menu, International Affairs, and click on the menu item PhD Portal Login. And in the Student Portal, click on Existing button. Now log into the portal, using your student ID and the password you have received. Once logged in, you arrive at the portal home page, where you can view the flow of PhD process, procedure and program milestones with recommended deadlines. In timeline on the right, your important deadlines will be listed. You can view your recent announcements. In Announcement, you can see the coursework lecture schedule, coursework assignment submission details with the topics to be submitted. My Coursework. The My Coursework page provides you the details and documents of your two compulsory coursework modules, which are Research Methodology and Computer Applications. In each of the coursework frame, you can see the downloadable links for syllabus and study materials. By clicking on those two links, the respective syllabus and the study materials will be downloaded. Also, you can find the third option for assignment in both coursework frames, where you are supposed to submit 2 assignments and 2 seminar documents for each coursework module. For submission, you need to click on the respective document folder. Example, to submit Assignment 1 for Research Methodology, click on the Assignment 1 folder icon in the frame of Research Methodology coursework module. Once clicked, the submission dialog box appears, and now we need to upload the document. By clicking on the Choose File button, choose the assignment file/document to be submitted and click on Submit. Continue same instructions to upload all assignments and seminar presentation documents for both Research Methodology and Computer Applications modules. My Research Progress. The page, My Research Progress, is the most important page in your portal, where you will be uploading all academic documents and recording the transactions and entire period of your research pursuance. The Center of Postgraduate Studies of Lincoln University College will be monitoring your research progress based on your submissions of RD forms, which are the research direction forms. In each semester, the research progress to be attained has to be recorded and documented using the respective RD forms. Thus, it is mandatory to the candidates to submit the respective filled-in RD forms based on the semester and progress. In Semester 1, the candidates are supposed to apply for admission into postgraduate program through RD1 form, and register for postgraduate courses through RD2 form, so the candidates are suggested to click on the downloadable links of RD1 and RD2 forms and get downloaded of the PDF formats. Then upload the filled-in scanned copy of RD1 and RD2 forms by clicking on the folder icons for both the forms respectively. The submission dialog box appears to choose the file and submit. In Semester 2, the candidates have to apply for topic registration through RD form, which is actually to register their research title, to avoid any further conflicts. Thus, RD3 form has to be downloaded from the respective downloadable link provided in Semester 2 frame. Then upload the filled-in scanned copy of RD3 form by clicking on the RD3 folder icon, and to choose the file and submit as suggested in the submission dialog box. Also, it is mandatory that the candidate should submit the research proposal right document along with the submission of RD3 in the same Semester 2 frame through Research Proposal Doc folder icon, and also, the candidate may submit the copies of industry or laboratory sheets if applicable, using respective folder icon. And in Semester 3, 4, 5 and 6 the candidate has to record his or her research progress carried in that specific period of time. The RD4 form is the Research Progress Review form, which should be duly filled by the candidate and the supervisor and submitted. It is compulsory that each candidate must have submitted 4 numbers of RD4 forms during their period of research, starting from semester 3 to semester 6, as the proofs for research progress that they carried out. The RD4 form has to be downloaded from the respective downloadable link provided in semester 3, 4, 5 and 6 frames. Then upload the filled and scanned copy of RD4 form by clicking on the RD4 folder icon of the respective semester and to choose the file and submit as suggested in the submission dialog box. Also, the candidate may submit the copies of industry or laboratory sheets if applicable, using respective folder icon. Upon successful completion of 4 progress reviews, means submission of 4 RD4 forms, the candidate shall be allowed to submit his or her thesis. To proceed on thesis process, the candidate has to apply for intention to submit research degree thesis using RD5 form with the approval of his or her supervisor. So, the RD5 form has to be downloaded from the respective downloadable link provided in semester 6 frame. Then upload the filled and scanned copy of RD5 form by clicking on the RD5 folder icon in semester 6 frame. Also, along with the submission of RD5 form, the candidate has to submit the draft thesis submission in PDF. Now, the candidate, upon receiving the approval to submit the draft thesis, he or she has to submit the RD6 form for draft thesis submission. So, the RD6 form has to be downloaded from the respective downloadable link provided in semester 6 frame. Then upload the filled and scanned copy of RD6 form by clicking on the RD6 folder icon in semester 6 frame. Along with the submission of RD6 form, the candidate has to submit the updated draft thesis and the plagiarism report in the respective folder icons. And also, while submission of RD6 and draft thesis, the candidate must also submit the declaration form, which is RD7 form. Thus, the RD7 form has to be downloaded from the respective downloadable link provided in semester 6 frame, and attest for declaration. Then upload the filled and scanned copy of RD7 form by clicking on the RD7 folder icon in semester 6 frame. Upon successfully completion of all research transaction process, starting from RD1 to RD7, the candidate will be called for YWA voice examination meeting. Based the suggestions provided by the examiners in the YWA voice examination meeting, the candidate has to make the amendment in the thesis and submit the final thesis using the final thesis doc folder icon in semester 6 frame. Finally, along with the final thesis, the response to Viva Voce report form has to be submitted by the candidate. My guidelines. Here is the place where the candidate can get all the supportive documents to pursue the research. The guidelines are classified into 4 types, as displayed in the page, such as General Guidelines, Thesis Submission Guidelines, Rosters, and other supportive documents. All the listed guidelines shall be downloaded by clicking on Click Here link, and used. My Communication. This is the page from where the candidates shall directly communication to the supervisor and Center of Postgraduate Studies from portal. To communicate, click on My Communication menu, and there will display a button, labeled as, Add New Request Submission. Click on the button. A dialog box will be appeared. Here, the subject of the communication has been typed in the subject text area, and the message to be entered in message text area. If needed to provide any attached, the candidate shall click on Choose button to upload the document. And now, in Communicate with option, need to select either Supervisor or CPGS office as required, and click on Submit button. Thus, the candidate's message will be communicated to the appropriate person. My Fees. Click on the menu My Fees. Candidate shall have in track of his or her fee payment details in this page. The fee type, fee amount, and due date with the status of the payment shall be viewed here. My Requisitions. This is the page from where the candidate can make special requests, such as change of research title, change of supervisor, change of course, and change of contact details. Upon clicking the links of request type, the forms will be downloaded. The candidate shall fill in the detail and send through the My Communication menu to CPGS office. And finally, we have eBrary or General Library. This is the menu where the candidate will get online resources for research study. Just click on the menu eBrary. You shall find General Library where the materials uploaded the faculty members shall downloaded. And through eBrary menu, the candidate shall log in into the ProQuest eBook Central, using the credentials displayed in the page. Likewise, the candidate shall click on Other menu to access the resources provided.